All right. I tried to go live a second ago, but it was in vertical somehow, which is pretty much trash. Whatever. All right, I gotta get this thing set up here real quick. Try my best. Takes a second for everything to get sorted out. Yeah. Let's see if I can back this off a little bit. So that's Halloween. Happy Halloween. Get my monitor up. What else do I got to do here? I got some coffee in me. Ugh. Going with the too bad don't care cup today, kids. Oh wow. Breakfast of Champions. Usually don't do all this right over the stove, but I guess today. Bunch of water all over that. Oh man, I just realized I don't think I have any half and half available in hand's reach. What do I got? What do I got? I don't even know what I got. What do I got? What do I got? I gotta go to the other room. Alright, what do I do when I leave the room? I give you something to look at. There you go. I'll be right back. Gotta go to the secret stash room. That could have got serious. If I didn't have half and half in the other fridge, I could have got very serious. Oh, hey, bird. What's going on? Whoa, volume. I thought I just turned you down. Oh, hey, bird. What's going on? Whoa, volume. I thought I just turned you down. I must have gone up instead of down. All right. So. Yeah, I don't know. Just thought I'd cook myself a little breakfast, but I didn't wake up in time for breakfast, and it's almost time for lunch. Technically, it's only 11:30, so qualifies as brunch. So we're gonna have a little egg burritos here. I think is what I'm about to do here. Is what I'm gonna attempt. Anyways, I'm in full lounge mode right now. Just sweatpants, sweatshirt. Not even a clean sweatshirt, a dirty sweatshirt. All right, so we gotta get some stuff started here. Let's try to get the camera in a good position where it's not getting a glare. So I'll try to cook in this section over here. So we're gonna use that. Well, that ain't gonna work. Already got a hole in my plan. Guess we're gonna put that there. Is that gonna be in the shot? Will be as soon as I adjust the shot, right? Oh man, there's lights in the way. You'd think at some point I would get this figured out. I think my kitchen's too small to do this absolutely properly. I got this glare going here. What is this? Maybe if I put a pan there, there won't be glare. Let's go with that idea. Let's do this pan. Ooh, that is a grimy looking pan. Let's not do that pan. Let's do this pan. That's a dusty looking pan. We'll just dust her out real quick. The other one looked a little grimy. I don't know what was up with that. How does that look for glare? Oh, that's way better. Way better. Alright, so let's get this warmed up. Front, single, dual. We'll go like a medium on that. I should be using that one over there to cook the eggs. I gotta think about what I'm doing here for a second. It's not a very good egg cooking angle though. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're going back to the single because it's a smaller pan. I'm gonna put this one over here because the bigger heater. And we're gonna turn that down because we're not even ready yet. Oh man! So what are we doing? We're gonna scramble up some eggs. We're gonna put some salsa on that. We're gonna put some cheese on it. Warm up a burrito, wrapper, tortilla, whatever you want to call that. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, watch out, cat food dish. Oh man, I'm making a mess. Let's see, I gotta get a container here. We're gonna just use this. We're just gonna use this. Oh, I can't even get through because of the tripod. So that's just kind of warming up on low. This is kind of warming up on low. We just gotta warm those pans up real quick. All right, how many eggs am I gonna eat today? Probably an alarming amount, to be honest with you. Probably gonna eat an alarming amount of eggs. 4 eggs? 6 eggs. I might eat 6. I might eat a half dozen eggs right now. That might actually happen. Because the dog likes eggs. I mean, that's the main thing. I don't get to eat 6 eggs. I have to share my eggs with my dog. She's a big fan. Big fan of the eggs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to crack some eggs, put them in there. I'm going to add a little water. Let me get some water out. And I know there's different schools of thought about what you're supposed to add and what you're not supposed to add and when you're supposed to add it, but I just add a little water. I think water's good. I don't know if everybody gets enough water in their life. So anytime you have a chance to add water, go ahead and do that. We're obviously going to put some salt and pepper in the old mix. So let's warm in. That's warming. That's grilled cheese residue on that. Let's see, I got to make some room here. I'm cluttered. Let's push that back. We're gonna make some OJ too. Get some OJ in the mix. All right. Let's crack some eggs. One beautiful egg. So I've seen people do the whole edge crack when you smack it on the edge of the container. But what happens sometimes, I mean, obviously your experience could vary. When you hit on the edge, it harpoons the eggshells up into the egg, and you get, Berta, get out of there! Dog's scoping the cat food. You're not getting the cat's food. Get out of there. Anyways, when you smack it on the edge, it harpoons the eggshells up into the edge, and you can get a better chance of egg fragment in your whatever you're doing. So what I have learned and found out is you just take that bad boy and just smack him right there on the table. See? Gave him one of them. And then you just take your 2 fingers and just pry it apart. Perfect. 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 Oop, fumble. Perfect. Ooh, that one almost got shells in, but still went. Perfect. Now I got a bunch of garbage there I got to clean out. I'm just going to go paper towel because it's available and I don't have to jump over this tripod. You got to be careful about your salmonella, kids. It's real. Salmonella is real. So one thing I always thought was interesting when it comes to eggs, and I didn't even realize this until I was, I guess, technically an adult. Where I live and where I'm from, eggs go in the refrigerator. Eggs are a refrigerated item. And that's not how it is everywhere. Like, a lot of countries don't refrigerate eggs. Did you know that? I didn't know that, and it kind of freaked me out. Like it actually freaked me out when I first found out that not everybody refrigerates eggs. I was just like, what? And that'd be like, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. And yeah, it happens every day, all day long, and people don't die from eating non-refrigerated eggs. It's a real phenomenon. So I don't know what the difference is. I think something to do with like hormone, or not hormones, but like whatever they put in the chicken's feed, or I don't even know. Someone smarter than me probably knows how that works. Just gonna put a little water in there, keep it moist. Just use a fork, break them up. I don't break my eggs up real heavy duty when I make scrambled eggs, because I kind of like the whites to show a little bit. All right, I'm gonna need a little lubrication in there. I use butter because I think butter adds. What's butter add? Flavor? Oh, butter's already out. Just gotta know where to look. So that's warming up nicely. I like to give it a wipe though, because as a true renegade, I don't wash my cast iron griddle because I just don't. So I try not to cook in a fashion that leaves it super crazy, but there's always a little craziness left over. I go with heat sterilization. That's my go-to. So we're gonna call that clean. That's clean. Oh, I didn't even film that. Good work. Good work there, bud. Let's see here. What do we got? It says there's 3 people watching. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're adding a little butter. Maybe, if I'm lucky. Let's say a little butter. I mean, a lot of butter. Yeah, I should have gone with a bigger pan, but I'm not afraid to show you. So I cooked something in here. I'm trying to think what it was. And sometimes when I cook with my cast iron pans, after I clean them, I get this like, I don't know what that is. It's like, it's still stuck there, but I can't scrub it off. It's like some fuzz or something. Like maybe I need to boil some water on that. It just kind of freaks me out, so I always get scared. Not scared. I don't want to use it. Like, I'm like, oh, let's use a different pan. I don't feel like dealing with it, you know what I mean? Like, dealing with stuff. Let's get some more heat on that. Let's get that turned up to a medium. So in my fantasy, that's going to help the eggs release, even though it's not going to do a thing. That's not going to do anything. All right, scramble these up a little bit. Let's pour those in. We're just going to let that cook a little bit. Try not to drop that. Get that last little morsel out of there. That last little deliciousness. Let's go ahead and add some pepper. Why not? Oh, why not? It's not working. That's not good. Got all our batteries in. Oh man, we got a malfunction on the. I just went over all. Ah! Emergency! We need the backup grinder. Bam! Backup grinder. Don't need power to use this grinder, kids. That grinder works every day of the week. What is going on with this? I got an air bubble in my egg sack. It's freaking me out. I think I added too much water. Alright. Alright, I was going to have some salt. Let's see if the salt shaker is going to be a fail too. Oh wait, we got some comments. Hold on. Yeah, I'm in Europe. No, we don't have to refrigerate our eggs, but most of us still do. Sometimes we have boxes of eggs that in the store in the refrigerator and also on pellets. I think pasteurized. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's the pasteurization. Exactly. Yeah, see? I told you someone smarter than me would know the answer. But what's weird is like, the way I grew up, it was like, I mean, leaving eggs out would be like leaving milk out or cheese out. I was like, dude, don't leave that out. You definitely want to put that. And it's like, then I realized, you know, millions and millions of people aren't instantly dying from eating unrefrigerated, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, kind of blew my mind a little bit. I felt like maybe I was living in a world where I didn't know exactly how the world operated outside of my my vision, you know? Like, all right. So what I'm going to try to do, I don't think I had that pan hot enough. We're just going to let that cook until it's like nice and cooked on the bottom, almost like I'm making an omelet. That's how I do my scrambled eggs. I make a failed omelet, but I'm not going to try to do an omelet. I'm just going to cook it, and then I'm just going to scrape and get this big, like a snowplow effect. Ah, and that pan is too small, but that's okay. Let's make some OJ. Let's see. Can I get that in there and make OJ? Yeah, we'll try. We will try. Got the OJ mixer. Bam! Plugged in. Checky check. This thing out. Screwed in tight. Is that on? Seems janky. What's going on here, kids? Oh yeah. We got her. We got her. So yeah, back in like the old days, refrigerators in the United States had spots for the eggs by the door. That's another thing that blows my mind is because they stopped doing that because the eggs got too hot from opening and closing the refrigerator door, allegedly. And I still don't get it. It's like, how can the eggs get too hot opening and closing the refrigerator door when eggs don't get refrigerated someplace? It's just like, whatever. Is it a paradox? I feel like it's a paradox. Let's see what this is doing. Got any cooking action going on? Oh yeah, no, that pan is not even close to hot enough. That's okay. We will survive. This is probably way too hot. Yeah, let's turn that down. That's just I'm just warming up to tortillas on that. So this is, and okay, so you live in Europe. That's cool. I lived in Denmark for a year. Been there. Been to Europe a few times. So over here, you can get orange juice in a frozen concentrate. 100% daily vitamin C, no sugar added, gluten free. There's your health ingredients: orange juice, concentrate, filtered water. Oh, that's nice to use filtered water. So, anyways, what you do is you add 36 ounces of water to this, approximately 3 cans, and it makes like a container of juice. I think it's supposed to be a little cheaper than buying it in a big bucket from the grocery store, I guess. I don't know. Usually what I do is when I see it on sale, I buy a bunch of it. It freezes. I don't think I've ever had frozen orange or frozen juice go bad in the freezer. This one doesn't want to come out. Am I getting that on there? I feel like I'm a little low. Let's bring it up a little bit. Too high? Nah, there we go. Good stuff. I'm not going to say what this reminds me of, but it's like a... It looks like the orange juice could use more fiber in its diet. Bronk! Ooh, yeah! Alright, let's check these eggs real quick. Oh, what do we got here? We got a comment. Eggs absorb smells, and etc. Could spoil. That's why you're supposed to use... Not supposed to use... Oh, that's why they stopped doing the doors and the open trays? Gotcha, gotcha. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've Googled how expired can my eggs be safe to eat. Lots of times I've Googled that. How many months can my eggs be expired and still be safe? Unfortunately, I've Googled that before. I actually threw some eggs away the other day. Unfortunately, they got in the back of the fridge and I forgot about, and they expired in May. So, May, June, July, August, September, October. Half year, and I was like, I could probably still eat those. And I was like, no. You're not eating 6-month expired eggs. Alright, here's another. Most juice sold these days is like concentrate and water always. Buying it like this is probably more efficient. Well, yeah, no, so like, the way I see it is, I'm only going to throw this into the ocean. Only this much plastic's going to go in the ocean and kill a dolphin, as opposed to a whole jug, you know? So, yeah, it's less plastic go to the ocean, I guess. Whatever. I mean, I don't think it's going to the ocean. Actually, I know it's not going to the ocean. They bury our trash. And yeah, I'll recycle it, but I'm pretty sure the recycling goes right where the trash goes. I mean, come on, let's be real. Like, what was the old joke? The only difference between trash and recycling is you wash your recycling before you throw it away, right? Oh wait, I'm supposed to be over here filming this. Here we go. Let's make some juice, kids. Here we go. Get a little pulse. Ooh, get it mixed, kids. I don't want to over-mix it. Last couple times I've been over-mixing and getting some weird separation. Ooh, that looks good. I like it. OJ. And the thing that's cool about this style OJ is you can make it strong. You like strong OJ? You can add a little less water. The last one, I left that about a 1/2 inch low. So I'm gonna get an extra high powered OJ. Okay, OJ is done. So we'll recycle that one right into the deepest pit in the Marianas Trench in the ocean. I'd show you my recycling pile, but it is, ooh, that's gonna make a mess. Someone else can wash that out. All right, let's see how these eggs are doing. I feel like they're not doing nearly as good as they should be. I feel like I should have turned that pan up. All right, so there you go. See, I'm getting that little snowplow action there. We'll do an initial scrape. Oh, Berta, come on. Really? Right now? Yeah, I should have definitely done a bigger pan. That's okay. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I mean, the concentrate thing, I think basically what's happening is they're harvesting oranges, like, well, for example, orange juice. Oh, let's see, we've got a comment here. Float the eggs. If they float, they are not old. If they don't float, yeah, that's true. These eggs, they were so old. If I would have put them in the water, they would have stood on top of the water. I mean, 6-month-old eggs. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it was really in times, I'd probably just eat them. But like, I got that 1.5 eggs there for like $1 or something. I mean, I don't like to waste us. I don't know how it was like a brand new unopened carton. Somehow it just got shoved at the back of the fridge and like. Sometimes the back of the fridge doesn't get looked at as often as it should. You wouldn't think you could hide a whole dozen eggs back there, but apparently I did. Like, I just went through my fridge last night and threw a bunch of stuff out, and I swear to God, I was throwing things away that had expiration dates of 2019 on them. I mean, that's a long time ago. We're almost at 2022. It's like, yeah! It's like a chunk of cheese. I was like, cheese is probably not going to be worth eating anymore. I mean, that's definitely a marbled blue cheese now, I guess, if you will, but... that's a little more than I prefer my cheeses. Set that down. Let's see here. Let's check these eggs again. Oh yeah, see how I'm getting that wrinkle there? That's what I like. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some mini burritos. A little salsa. I like saying salsa. Look at me. Look how fancy I'm gonna get here. This is gonna be like a buffet. I'm gonna put salsa in a dish. How about that? Buy my salsa in a big old container. It's always good to have the salsa. This is not the best salsa. I always give it a sniff. This is not the best salsa in the world, but like it's definitely salsa. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gourmet, it's not fancy, but I mean, if what you're doing requires some salsa and you always got salsa on hand, you're good to go. Plus, you can buy it at the box store or the big convenience store or whatever, and it's kind of more along the lines of what I would call affordable. How about that? World's best boss. That's me. That's me. Alright, so I've experienced that this thing doesn't... Did I pulse that after I put the last thing in there? I don't think I did. Damn it. Why am I so good at making juice? I think I get better at it. Here, one pulse. Add 2 pulses. Just to get the mixy mix. Now this container definitely leaks all over the world when you pour it. I'm going to pour some OJ up right now real quick. See if I can get my technique right. Technique is put the towel down. Pour with speed. Ha-ha! Well, I spilled. Alright, so put the lid back on so the flies don't fly in there. Mop up your counter with your hand rag there, and then, yeah, you're good. Alright, back to the eggs. Oh, don't look at my trash. Don't look at my trash. You're still looking at my trash. That's my recycling over there. Definitely do. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Now it's cooking. That's the way I like it. See how they came up big old slabs? I don't like mealy little itty bitty scrambled eggs. I like big chunk of scrambled egg. And the dog is a big fan of big chunks of scrambled eggs too. Let me turn that down a little tiny bit. This is on low. Okay, how we doing on aim? We could probably adjust this a little tiny bit. I feel like I moved the camera maybe too much, but sometimes the camera needs moved. OJ, cheers. Ooh. I still got a couple little bits of frozen in it. I like it. All right. So, is this leaking? Hopefully it's leaking. That'd be great. Now these are questionably old. That's okay. I don't mind old. Found these stuck in the back of the cabinet too. Let's take a look. Are they moldy? They smell good still. They definitely should be moldy, but I don't care what they put in there. I just need some breakfast burritos. Oh yeah, this is cooking up now. Sorry, brunch, Halloween brunch burritos. I don't want to say it the wrong way. And we're gonna be putting some mozzarella. Got the 5-pounder of mozzarella here for, you know, pizza and cooking and whatever else you're doing. And a little salsa. Got my salsa spoon. Should be pretty good. I feel like maybe, did I put enough salt in there? I can't remember. I think I did. All right, that's cooking up. Big old sloppy chunks. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so what else we got in the chat? Did I miss anything? So far we talked about eggs. Yeah. I mean, it is Halloween, which is kind of an egg holiday, if you will, if you're a vandal. I don't recommend throwing eggs, kids. Don't do that. Cook eggs. So that's what you should do with your eggs. You should cook them. Don't throw them at people. That's not very nice. Ooh, I should have thrown those eggs at something. I got a dozen 6-month-old eggs, and I just threw out yesterday. And today's Halloween. I could go dig those out of the trash. I'm trying to think if I have any enemies. Do I have any enemies that need to be egged? No, I'm not doing that. That's a joke. Only in Minecraft, kids. Only in Minecraft. All right, let's start warming one of these up. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put 3 on there and I'll do the 3-egg shuffle. Ooh! Ha! You know what I'm going to do? Check this out. Oh, dude, this is going to be epic. I am going to do the three burrito shuffle. Do the shuffle. This is the thing right here. Ever seen one of these before? You put your burritos in there. That's right. Actually, these are kind of small for burritos, so we're going to make open-faced tacos. And that's toasting up nicely. Let's see what this is doing. Give that oh, yeah. Try to get my elbow out of the way. Let's turn that off. That's plenty warm. So I've got see those big old chunks? Oh, it's like, We're going to let that ride a little longer. Well, it looks nice. The shot looks nicer with the handle. Ooh, getting a little toasty there. Now, when you do 3 at a time, you gotta shuffle it. Too bad I don't care. Ooh, it's time. It's no longer brunch, kids. It's lunch. I missed brunch. I'm sorry. I tried my best to make it to brunch. It didn't work out. So one thing I will say is these eggs, I never bought from this company before, but like, I don't know about you, but those are pretty pale looking eggs. Like the yolks on them are just not very yellow. And I don't know if that's a new thing or I don't know what makes a yolk less yellow, but this brand of eggs, I'm trying to remember what kind of brand it was. The Dutch Farms Family Pack. I don't know what it is about their eggs, but they don't have very yellow yolks. I don't know if that's a new thing. I assume that's the way the world's going, you know. Like back when I was a kid, egg yolks were yellow. You know, like that's I feel like that's where I'm at right now in my life. Is like can't even get yellow egg yolks in your eggs anymore. You get these like light, whatever. I mean, that does not look like a. It looks like egg whites. It looks like I just cooked egg whites right there, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, when I was a kid, we'd get a double yolker sometime. I don't even know. Like whatever. Those are warming up nicely. We're not trying to cook them, just like, ooh, hot potato there. Give that one more. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't like my eggs slimy. See if I get the bottom scraped off, so it'll make it easier to clean later. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Okay, so are these? Am I going for color? Getting a little color. We'll go for color. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Dog hair on the plate. We'll get rid of that. Oh, wait, that's that kind of a permanent dog hair on there. We may just get ourselves a new plate for that one. Actually, you know what? We're eating off the... We'll leave the dog hairs on there. It's okay. They're my dog's hairs. I know where they've been. Give that the flippy flap. Woo! We're getting close here. Oh, got a comment. I think. Probably the chicken feed that makes it. Yeah, I'm sure it is. They're probably feeding them chickens. They're probably feeding the chickens, and that's why you don't get yellow egg yolks. Is like, because why would you want yellow egg yolks? You know, whatever. I mean, it just feels like, I don't know. It just feels so appropriate to the world we live in now that our egg yolks aren't yellow. I think your free range chickens have really deep, like almost orange. That freaks people out. So yeah, I'm sure. I honestly, there's probably people alive right now that are young folks that would like have a spaz if they saw what like an actual proper yolk color was. Because they'd be like, "Oh my god, that's crazy looking! Look how dark that is!" Or you know what I mean? Just like. So we're just gonna turn all this off. On electric, you have what's called carryover time. Let's see. Darker. Oh yeah, for sure. Darker's more healthy. No, absolutely. There's no doubt about that. Pale egg yolks is subpar. I'm not like winning. Like winning. No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, egg yolks should be like that color or darker orange actually. It's like farm raised eggs. Have you ever knew anybody that like had some chickens and you crack one of them bad boys open? Like the first time you see that, it'll freak you out, dude. You'd be like, what? That's not the color of an egg. And then it dawns on you. It's like, oh, wait. That is the color of an egg. Dun. Okay. So how are we going to do this? I'm just going to push that. No, that's hot. We're gonna make a disaster out of this. Let's make a full-on disaster. So... you kind of look at the way the shape of it is. I mean, if I go this way, it's a tall, short one. But if I go this way, it's a long, delicious one. So put him right there. Look at this one. He kind of gets long right there. This one's pretty round. Go like that. We're just going to do the hot hands away. Okay. Let's get this in here a little tighter. Here we go. It's eggs time. Bert, it's eggs time. She loves eggs so much. I think eggs might be her favorite thing in the whole world. Like, if I put this pan down, she would eat the whole pan instantly. I guarantee it. Oh, am I just filming, like, the back of my arm? Man, such the angles. There's, like, a delay on my stream to, like, what I see, so it's hard for me to, like, get it just perfect. So what I'll do is I'm not going to use all these eggs because myself, much like my dog, I like to come back for seconds. So like I leave a little extra there, then dog gets some and I get some, and then it's like, there's more. And she's just like, yo! If you don't believe me, there's the beast right there. Hello, beastus. Do you like eggs? Is that the sweet look of a dog who loves eggs? Do you want egg burritos? Oh, egg burritos, huh? You know the word egg burritos. Let's see what we got here. My angles. Yeah, my angles on my camera. Exactly. Berta, do you want to egg burritos? I think that's hilarious. My dog literally knows the word egg burritos. Like, I'm not giving her any hand signals, making her bark or anything. She's just like, hell yes, egg burritos. All right. Since I made an epic fail there of stopping before I put the cheese on to make it melt. Now, is mozzarella the best for egg burritos? No, it's not at all. It's the worst. I should be putting cheddar on here, but you know what I don't have? I don't have cheddar. So guess what I'm putting on here? Mozzarella. And like I said, I should have put that on instantly so it would melt, and I didn't because, yeah, that's how I do. That's how I do. Now here's the part that will get some people upset because there's onions in the salsa and the dog's not supposed to eat onions. It could cause, if you feed a dog onion too much, it can cause the ability for the dog's blood to not carry oxygen. So I try not to get her bites that have onion in it. I'm very cautious of that. Although she's been eating what I eat her entire life, and she's still plugging along pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and say like a little bit of onion isn't going to be super detrimental. Like I made that chili the other day, and there was a whole onion and like five cloves of garlic in there, and like, dude, my dog would have ate. She was just begging me, and I'm like, you can't have this. So like, the first night I just ate the chili, and she was mad because she didn't get very much. So I had to wait to the end and like check the bowl, make sure it didn't have any like chunks in it, and then the next night I was like, well, I know what I'll do. I'll eat it with chips, and then I'll like dip a chip in the chili, get the chili juice on the chip, and then let her eat the chip. You know, that way she can get the flavor of the chili. Well, yeah, she was swallowing whole chips. All right, here we go. I'm going in. Disregard my outfit. Here we go. We'll go this way. Yes. Excellent. We gotta figure out how to get the dog some. How are we gonna get the dog some? Let's do this. We'll start the dog on just eggs. You want eggs, bird? Here's eggs. Don't bite my finger. You see how far my finger went into her mouth? I said, don't bite my finger, Berta. Those are pretty good. You like eggs? Yummy, yum, 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 yum. Ooh, it's a big one. Will you chew it? Oh, sorry. Okay. The old beast just gets her eggs. You'll get more, don't worry. So yeah, just a little Halloween burrito. I mean, it's not even burritos. I don't know why I call it burritos. I had a fantasy that I was going to roll them into burritos, and then I realized how small those tortillas were. So like, yeah, no, those are tacos. They're pretty good though. You want some of that tortilla, Berta? See if we can sort out something here. Okay. We'll go with a little bit of tortilla. We'll grab a piece of cheese. And then let's throw egg on there. Eggs. So that's basically the experience, right? That's the burrito egg. Yummy, yummy. Yeah, dog's into it. All right. I'm trying to think, how long have I gone here? 39 minutes. I usually go for like an hour. I don't know if I'm going to though. But... Sam just shut up. How much did I miss? 39 minutes worth. That's what, I mean, that's not too bad. All right, so let's catch him up. What we do, we cook some eggs, scrambled. We took tortillas, warmed them up, added some cheese and salsa, and now we're eating egg burritos with the dog. Is that a banana shake in the jar? No, oh, orange juice. We made orange juice. Excuse me. That's just orange juice right here. Had some coffee. Ooh, there's a piece of cheese for the dog. Oh, you dropped it. It's on the floor. On the floor. So we were talking about how eggs in different parts of the world don't have to be refrigerated, or do. Where I live, you put eggs in the refrigerator. I'm not even sure how to say this name. Oh my goodness. Pickanifany? I'm massacring your name. I'm sorry. Pacific? Persephone? Oh man, I'm sorry. Anyways, how do you say that? P-I-C-C, that's pick. Pickanify? There we go. Yeah, I'm struggling. I just got a new cycle day. Oh, what kind of, like a bicycle? That's fun. Or did you get a motorcycle? What'd you get? Don't worry about it. Oh, you don't even know how you'd say it? That's not fair. Well, hey. I'm just go Pick. We're going to call you Pick. That's funny. Yeah, I just go with Pick. I mean, people call me Elves. I use Elveshelves when I play video games. People just call me Elves. It's easier that way. That's why I call Sam Sam, because I have no idea how to say that right. Bicycle, all right. How many speeds? How many speeds do you get on your bicycle? 1 speed, 3 speed, 10 speed, 12 speed, 24 speed? I remember when I was a kid, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was my 12th birthday. And leading up to my 12th birthday, I'd never had my own bike ever, except for my very first bike, which was like a baby's bike, like a little small child's bike. Let's see here. A no-gear cycle. Oh, a fixie. You got a fixie? A fixed speed? Yeah, that's hardcore. So I had my first bike. It was just like a little kid's bike. And, with training wheels. But then after that, I got hand-me-downs from my brothers. But for my 12th birthday, my parents surprised me with a brand new bicycle. And they didn't tell me about it. They didn't let me choose or help pick or anything. And this was back in the, let's see, 12, 34 years. I'm not sure how old I was when I was 12. It was either like the late 80s or the early 90s, one of the two. Anyway, I'm not going to do the math. Back then, what was cool to have was a BMX bike. And we built a BMX bike for me out of a Schwinn. It weighed 1,000 pounds, it had a steel frame. We put BMX bike handlebars, the BMX seat. That was my hand-me-down bike. But when it started coming into popularity, what were called mountain bikes. And that was starting to be a big thing, was the mountain bike craze. So it was like, oh man, I always wanted a mountain bike. So my parents surprised me on my 12th birthday with a quote-unquote mountain bike. And what they bought me, and I make this up, it was a Raleigh brand bike. It was like teal green. And it was a touring bike. It had like touring bike handlebars, but it had 10 speed. And it was like, hey, we surprise, got you a bike. And I was like, oh, that's the ugliest colored bike I've ever seen. And it's not a mountain bike. Like, I wanted to cry. Like, I was so excited to get a bike, but I wanted to cry too, because it was like, yay, I got something I hate for my birthday. I can't describe it. They might not even know this. I was devastated. I was devastated because I hated that bike so bad. But it was a mountain bike. Or it wasn't a mountain bike. It was a touring bike. And so what I did was I had a small little lawn mowing business. And I just mowed the shit out of lawns and saved 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 my money until I had enough money to buy the exact mountain bike that I wanted. And I went down to the store that sold my bike. And I said, hey, I want to buy this bike from you. I'm going to give you cash, but I got to get this much for my trade. Otherwise I can't get it. And the guy's like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And it was like, dude, this bike's never been ridden. It's brand new. Because I never rode it and I hated it. And he finally did the deal and I bought what I wanted. And it was the coolest bike. It was a Specialized rock hopper. It was red. The frame was red. It had black rims. It was red and black, my two favorite colors. It was the coolest looking bike. Now, the rock hopper wasn't as nice as a stump jumper, but I couldn't afford a stump jumper. That was like, at the time, that was like more like a professional level bike. I ended up putting like shocks on it, cool handlebars. I customized it out. It was epic. But yeah, that teal Raleigh bike, man, I hated that thing. But it like had gears. Like, oh, it's got gears! Like it was such a paradox. But I don't know, whatever. I mean, I guess I appreciate the fact they bought me a bike, but I would have rather been consulted, I guess. That's kind of a weird one in life, is like, if you're going to get somebody a gift, I don't know. I don't know how to, let's see. My parents bought me a pink bicycle, and I'm afraid to take it out in the street. Well, you probably don't have to worry about it getting stolen. There's that. I mean, it's a tough one. Like, getting a bike is cool, but like, a bike's kind of like I don't know. It's kind of a personal thing. It kind of reflects. I mean, does your bike reflect who you are? I don't know. That's what I mean. Gifts are weird like that. I mean, nothing's better than getting a gift that's like you weren't expecting. It's way above your expectation. It's something you love. Like, that's the best. Like when someone buys you something as a gift and it's like, dude, are you kidding me? Like, I would not in a million years ever thought that. Like, that's the best kind of gift. The worst kind of gift is something that you don't really want, but like the person went out of their way to do it, and it's like, oh, yay, a thing I don't like. Oh, great. So, and then like, what's the other option? Just money? Here's some money. I mean, everybody likes money. See, like, my philosophy, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this, the best kind of gift, excuse me, that you can ever receive is something that is way more valuable than is appropriate to give as the gift. That is a thing the person wants and is exactly how they would want it. That's the best kind of gift. Like say a gift was appropriate for $50 and someone bought you something worth $100 and it was exactly what you wanted. Like, that's the best. Like, yay! The worst kind of gift is something that's trash and then you just have to deal with it. It's like, oh, another thing I have to deal with. That's why gift giving is so hard. I mean, basically, we were always big on, like, make a list, like, because there was so much disappointment growing up. Like, oh, it's not what I wanted. Let's see what we got here. It's not the best idea usually to get a gift. Give gifts to somebody who knows things. I like buying a bike to someone who knows enough bikes. Yeah. I mean, so what we did when we were growing up, we still do, I guess. I mean, I'm not complaining about my life or anything, but, like, kind of at some point in your life, you just buy what you want. Like, it's like, yeah, I want one of those. You just go out and get it, or you save your money or whatever. But we used to do like write on a piece of paper what you want exactly, and that way there's no like, oh, I wanted that one, you know, like, because there was so much crying growing up. What? You got Bitcoins? I'd save those. I wouldn't spend that. Bitcoin. I wish I had some Bitcoins. It's something I regret. Like, I remember talking to my brother about Bitcoin years ago. I was like, dude, we should do that. He was like, nah. God, if I would have done that when we had that conversation, I could afford a bicycle. Knowing him, he probably bought them. It's been a while now. Anyways, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a result of being like raised in America, I guess, has maybe spoiled my ability to like be happy when someone does something nice for me. I mean, what do they call it? A first world problem? But like, I guess part of me thinks that like, I mean, I've got a lot of stuff, but I'm a firm believer of less stuff but better stuff is where you want to be in life. Like I'm pretty firm believer of I don't need instant gratification. Like if there's something I need or want, but maybe it's a little expensive, I don't buy it so I can have it right now. I either save up for it or I figure out how to go about it, or is the price going to come down, or is it going to be a used item? And I wait till I can get exactly what I want, and then I get it. Let's see. Do you have a 0.00093 Bitcoin? Oh man, I'm so jealous. I wish. I wish. I'd be afraid I'd lose my password and then I would have no Bitcoins. There's like a story of a dude. I think it's a true story. I don't think it's an urban legend. A guy that had Bitcoins on his computer way back in the day before they were worth anything. And the computer like went into the trash. And they know what garbage dump it went to, and like they're trying to do the math on like how much it would cost to go through that dump to dig the hard drive out. So there's that much money in Bitcoins on this hard drive. I mean, there's a lot of money on there. But whatever. It reminds me of like back in the 80s, they made a video game called E.T., and it was a flop. And they buried all the cartridges in the trash dump, and someone went back and figured out where that trash dump was and where all of it was, and they dug them out. They literally went to the trash dump and dug the video games out of the trash. Like a documentary about video games I watched once. It was pretty funny. The guy that developed the video game, basically it was unhuman what he did. The amount of time they gave him to do it and what he accomplished. And the game was so complicated no one could figure out how to play it. It was a flop. Yeah, like the first transaction for Bitcoin, I think, was 36 Bitcoins. And the guy is like, dude, you could be retired if you had all those Bitcoins. That's what hindsight is, obviously. And you never know. You just never know how it's going to turn out. I don't give financial advice. Am I supposed to say that? I keep hearing people say that on the internet. But, whatever. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. 50,000. I mean, that'd be cool. It'd be cool just to, like, I don't know, tap your fingers on a keyboard one day and all of a sudden you're a millionaire. I mean, I get it, but it's not going to happen to me. I was just talking to somebody about that the other day. I was like, we were talking years ago when I was still like in high school, where I was talking with somebody that was like, they just got out of college, they got a job, and they're like, talking about how their job would like match their money going into their retirement fund and all that, and the rates and all that, blah, 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 blah. And basically the summation of the conversation was, if I stay with this job and work this job, when I retire, I'll be a millionaire. And I remember thinking to myself, so you're not the boss, you're just working a job, and you're going to be a millionaire when you retire? And I thought to myself at that time, my God, $1 million is going to be worth nothing when we retire. Because like, at the time, a millionaire was like a very wealthy person. Like, you were wealthy if you were a millionaire. And I'm thinking to myself, the only people that are millionaires are like rock stars, movie stars, and like people who, like huge like CEOs, and like all of a sudden like you just get a job and you put, yeah, and you're gonna be a millionaire. It's like, oh my God, we're all doomed. That's when it dawned on me that like being a millionaire when you're an old person, you're gonna need more than $1 million, I think. With inflation or whatever, I don't know. And whatever. I try not to focus on that stuff. I mean, you gotta kind of, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have to worry about those problems. I don't think I'm gonna be a millionaire anytime soon. Unless my famous burrito tacos go viral and the whole world starts eating burrito tacos. What do you think? Should we give the dog the rest of the eggs? Should we let the dog just finish the pan? I don't think I'm gonna let her lick that plate because of all that salsa juice. I don't think that's a good idea for her. Let's see. Here we go. Pick up the tripod. Eggs cam. Eggs cam. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe, Berta. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, hey, hold on a second. I just saw a comment come up. That's a new comment. Let me see who this is from. Berta is absolute cute. Nastasia? Is that Nastasia Hall? Man, that sounds very, I don't know. That sounds like Russian or something. It's like are you a gymnast? That sounds like a gymnast name. Get in there. Get all them scraps off the bottom. See, she's using her front teeth to literally scrape the pan. Can you see her little teeth scrape marks there? She's a fiend for eggs. Get in there. Get those eggs. She's gonna chew the pan apart. Every last morsel. Berta, come on. Look at her front teeth. She's just grinding her front teeth. Oh, she wants more eggs! More eggs! Give me more eggs! Yeah, she's a maniac. I think it's her. I've never seen her chew the pan before. She'll literally chew the pan. It's hard on your teeth, Berta. Oh well. Oh, I'm totally crazy here with the camera. All right. Well, I don't know if they have Halloween in your country, but it's Halloween here. Which, when I was a kid, I'm still a kid, I guess, technically. Halloween was literally the greatest. I mean, back up, Berta. You're gonna knock the thing over. For me, Halloween was like. For me, it was like Christmas was the best holiday because you got the coolest presents. Birthday was probably next because you got birthday presents, and then Halloween definitely. After that, like Thanksgiving, you got some food or whatever. But after that, I didn't even care anymore. It's just basically Christmas, birthday, Halloween, and Halloween and birthday was kind of like pretty close. I mean, you probably got better stuff on Halloween, but I was not allowed as a child, and wherever it's worth. Like it's kind of a deep subject, but my grandmother and my grandfather, technically my step grandfather, were very health conscious individuals. And they got my parents into the health kick. And I had a brother, my oldest brother, when he was very young, for some reason decided that he was just going to eat like all the sugar he ever found. So that was kind of weird. So by the time I came around and the health kick thing was happening, no candy. We got no candy in my house, no sugar, no, it was like health food across the board. So like, but Halloween came and it was like, dude, bags of candy. And me and my brothers, we would like plot. For weeks, we would figure out the route we would run, how to get the most houses, because you only had so many hours. We would mess around with plastic bags or little pumpkin things. We would take bed pillow sheets or pillowcases, full pillowcases, and we would literally sprint house to house to house to house to house. And we had the route where we would go where the houses were tightest together, but still nice houses. You didn't want to go to the rundown neighborhood. You want to go to the nice neighborhood with the houses that were kind of closer together. Because like one street over, the houses, the yards were a little smaller. You'd go there, dude, and then we would just pile the candy on. Well, let me see here. I'm an American names. Yeah, not doing much Halloweening. Oh man. All right, we got here 2 separate holidays where kids are not asking for candy. We call them. Whoa. All right, I gotta figure out where you're from. Let's see here. You said you were from Europe. You got 2 dots over the top. Are you Scandinavian? No, that's not Scandinavian. Ukrainian? Marzapev and Kundapev. Well, that could be Scandinavian. The AE next to it. Estonia. All right. What did I say? Ukrainian? That's near Estonia, kind of, like in the ballpark. Cool. Estonia. Welcome to my stream. Anyways, back to my story. Pillowcases full of candy, and we would not play games. And like, the worst part was, my father was also privy to these health food lessons, so he didn't get candy either. So when we bring our candy home, the first thing our parents would do would take our candy from us, and they would slowly divvy it out. Otherwise, we would just eat it all at once. So we knew that. So we'd hide candy, and my dad would always take the good stuff. Like he would just take the best bars, the best candy. He'd eat all that. So we would hide our candy from him. But yeah, I remember I was getting a little older. My brothers were too old to go trick-or-treating, but I was still young enough to go, and I was going with my neighbor kid. And the neighbor kid had older sister, like probably 2 or 3 years older than us, and those kids were too old to trick-or-treat. And we were going down the road, and we ran into these guys. These were the bad guys, troublemakers. And back then, a thing was called candy snatcher. They just go like steal candy from little kids. And they grabbed the kid's bag that was with me, and he had a plastic bag, and they ripped his bag open on the sidewalk. All his candy went everywhere, and they started picking up his candy. He started crying. And they came at me, and I was like, I will kill you. Like, if I just straight told them, I'll bite your neck. I can't remember what I told them, but they didn't mess with me because I was like, you're going to die. Like, you try to take my candy, bad things are going to happen to you, buddy, because I will, like, one of us isn't leaving this area if you try to steal my candy. They didn't touch me. They just walked away from me because I straight up told them, like, that would be the end of them. But the worst part was, because this kid that I was with, his name will remain anonymous, his bag was all, he just started crying. It's like, dude, we're wasting time. like that's all I was worried about. I was like, we got to get to the next house. But his bag was torn because he didn't have a pillowcase because he's a fool. So we had to like put his candy, I scraped all his candy up off the sidewalk, put it in my bag, and then we had to share the bag, and then we had to divide it up at the end. And I was like, oh, this is the worst. I had to divide my candy up. Oh, I was so mad. I think I know who those kids were that still to this day. I should find them and break their legs. Ruined my Halloween. That was crazy. I'm trying to think of another great Halloween story. Let's see. One Halloween, I was in middle school, which is like, by that point, you're not really supposed to go trick-or-treating anymore. We had a blizzard, like a full-on blizzard. Town shut down, canceled Halloween, ice storm, snow everywhere. It was crazy. Well, people buy all this candy to give away. Well, it was all sitting at their house. So, like, the mayor officially declared, like, 2 days later, Halloween. Like, oh, go trick-or-treating then, kids. Well, there was still snow everywhere, so nobody went. So my buddy and I just went door to door, and there was people just pouring buckets of candy. And it was the most candy I ever got in my entire life. Just pouring full piles. Oh, it was so great. So great. Let's see if I got anything else here. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's fun. And I still went trick-or-treating when I was in high school. Like my senior year, we like went to the doors. We put a sheet over our head, got on our knees, stuck our hands out under the sheet, went trick-or-treat, real light. People just laughed at us and wouldn't give us any candy. But I used to do the dress up. I mean, clear up into probably my 30s, I'd still dress up for Halloween. I don't do that anymore. Too old. At some point, you get too old to dress up for Halloween. Anyways, I think I'm going to probably end this. Where are we at? Oh, yeah, we went past an hour. All right. Well, that's cool. Estonia showed up. I like that. A couple new people. Got some Russian names. Got some regulars showed up. Let's see. Yeah, I remember having to share your candy because someone else. Oh, damn. If you didn't get as much as me, too bad for you. Too bad for you. That's my candy. It was very serious. Like, that was a very serious holiday. That was my candy stash for the whole year. Like, that, or I had to go buy my own candy. Yeah, it was a serious event. Like where I'm working, building that house, they said they did a reverse Halloween where they delivered candy to the houses in the neighborhood. Like, people walked around and dropped candy off. And I'm thinking, had I known that, I would have stayed in a lawn chair. Like, dude, give me some candy. I want candy. People need to give me candy. Like, that's what I need in life is more candy. Give me some candy. Whatever. That's funny. Anyways, well, happy Halloween to everybody. If you don't have Halloween in your country, I'm sorry. If you do, do some trick or treating, I guess. If not, carve a pumpkin. I feel like I got more Halloween stories. I'll tell one more story. The year I was on exchange to Denmark on Halloween, I went to the local grocery store and I found the closest thing to a pumpkin I could find. It was like a white gourd. Bought it, went to the school, went to the cafeteria, went and talked with the cook there, tried to explain what I wanted to do. They gave me a knife. What's my favorite candy? Oh, I like them all. I like Reese's. I like peanut butter, caramel, and chocolate. I like Snickers. Oh, I love Snickers. Got that peanut caramel nougat. I like Twix. I like Milk Duds. I'm not so big on the fruity candies. But anyways, back to the story. I had this pumpkin, not a very big one. It was white. It was weird. Anyways, I explained to the people in the cafeteria that it was a holiday in America and I need to borrow a knife. They just like, here you go, here's a knife. Imagine that. They just handed a big butcher's knife to me. And I carved the most traditional, triangle-eyed jack-o'-lantern with the tooth and all that. I got a candle, hollowed it out like you're supposed to, took all the guts out. And we set it right next to the cash register at the cafeteria. And then Halloween at the time, this was in like 96, 97, was not a thing in Denmark at all. Like, it wasn't even on the radar. I don't know if it is today. Probably not. Maybe the candy manufacturers have pushed their way in there. I heard it's starting to be a little more popular in Europe. But no one had ever heard it. No one knew it was Halloween. And people were just, like, aghast. And one of the comments I got was, like, or I heard was, like, what kind of a lunatic would carve a face into a gourd and then put a candle inside it? And I'm thinking, millions of children in the United States do that every year. Like, that's a thing you do. It's hilarious. But, like, the looks I got, because I sat real close to the cash register that day just to see how people reacted. And just the looks on people's face, like, they couldn't wrap their head around, like, why would you carve a face into a gourd? Like, oh, I laughed so hard. It was so great. But, yeah, that was something we always used to do when we had exchange students come to the house when I was growing up, was have them carve pumpkins, and that always freaked them out a little bit. Because if you've never stuck your hand inside a gourd and ripped the guts out of it by hand, like, you haven't lived, because that's how you're supposed to do it in life, I guess. Alright, so that's my last Halloween story, even though I got, like, lots and lots, like, I got tons of Halloween stories. I won a costume contest when I was in my early 20s, and when I went on stage to, like, tell them, let's see here, I could probably turn this around, let's see if I can do this. I'm sitting here talking to my hands. Let's see. How's that looking? Let me clean the lens off. That's a little better. I don't look at my cabinets. So when I was in my early 20s, I went to a bar. Let's see. Pumpkin carving has become pretty popular. Oh, good. Good deal. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, we used to go crazy with the pumpkins. Like, put arrows in their heads and stuff, and, like, all sorts of stuff. Anyway, so when I was in my 20s, I went to fix my mustache, get all the eggs out. Went to a bar costume contest that year. I had, like, a ruffled tuxedo shirt, tight pants, big afro wig. That year I had to glue a mustache on. A couple years later I actually grew a mustache out for it. But when we were going through the thing, like, oh, this guy, Elveshelves coming across. And I got my chance to say something. I was like, if you vote for me, I'll buy the whole bar a round of beers. And I won the costume contest and bought beers for everybody. That was good times. Let's see. Went to a thrift store one year and found this, like, 80s leisure suit in the women's section. But it wasn't a woman's suit. It was a man's suit, because you can tell how the buttons go. Had the crazy... I still have it here someplace. I don't think I could fit into it at this point. But it was like burnt orange, and then it had this paisley liner. It was super high end. Someone paid a lot of money for this thing. Huge collar, big bell bottoms. I'd wear that with my thing. That year I grew my mustache out for real, but I just grew here and then straight down, and then I used hair dye, and I dyed that thing jet black. Got myself a big puffy wig, like an afro wig, aviator shades. Like, that was the most epic costume ever. I actually went to the Monday night football game up in Minneapolis. It was the New England Patriots versus the Minnesota Vikings, and it was a Monday night game, so, like, they put you on TV and stuff if you dress up. It was the Halloween. I had people taking my picture, like, oh, dude, can I get a picture with you? And I was like, it was super cold that day, too. Like, really cold, like January freezy cold. But I'm trying to think, is there any other great Halloween stories? Yeah, just candy. I just love candy on Halloween. There's so much candy. Where I live now is not really a great place to give away candy because the road in front of my house is really busy. And I mean, I did it one year. I had like 2 kids show up. It's like, oh, this is worthless. Because like no one's gonna stop their car on a main thoroughfare to let their kids out to get some candy. I guess I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I went a little too long on this one. So yeah, thanks for joining me for my Halloween egg taco burritos. Good chats. It's always fun. It's fun to see people from around the world or whose names are from around the world joining in. If you caught this on the upload, my dog's barking. She wants to go outside. I got things I got to do today. So yeah, happy Halloween. And thanks for stopping by. More things to come in the future. All right, stay safe. Everybody have a good one. Happy Halloween. Peace. Cheers.